Today, Samsung is nothing short of a household name. It has become one of the world's most well-known and successful technology companies and has diversified into multiple areas of tech, smartphones, televisions, fridges, washing machines. You could certainly run a household on Samsung Tech. It has become one of the most recognizable names in technology and produces about a fifth of South Korea's total exports, with a brand value of $87.7 billion according to Interbrand's 2022. But where did this world-renowned tech giant come from? Where did it all start for Samsung? Well, to learn all about Samsung past, you are in the right place. How it all started. Samsung was founded as a grocery trading store on March 1st, 1938 by Lee Byung-chul. He started his business in Daegu, Korea, trading noodles and other goods produced in and around the city and exporting them to China and its provinces. The company name Samsung came from the Korean word for 3 stars. The word Samsung means 3 stars. The word 3 represents large, plentiful, and strong, while star means bright, lofty, and eternally shining. After the Korean War, Lee expanded his business into textile and opened the largest woolen mill in Korea. He focused heavily on industrialization with the goal of helping his country redevelop itself after the war. During that period, his business benefited from the new protectionist policies adopted by the Korean government, whose aim was to help large domestic conglomerates, Jobo, by shielding them from competition and providing them easy financing. In the late 1950s, the company acquired 3 of Korea's largest commercial banks, as well as an insurance company and firms that made cement and fertilizer. Samsung in the 1960s acquired more insurance companies as well as an oil refinery, a nylon company, and a department store. During the 1970s, the company expanded its textile manufacturing processes to cover the full line of production, from raw materials all the way to the end products, to better compete in the textile industry. New subsidiaries such as Samsung Heavy Industry, Samsung Shipbuilding, and Samsung Precision Company, Samsung TechWin, were established. Also, during the same period, the company started to invest in the heavy, chemical and petrochemical industries, providing the company a promising growth path. Electronics. Samsung first entered the electronics industry in 1969 with several electronics-focused divisions under the name Samsung Electric Industry in South Korea. The first products were black and white televisions. The company was part of the Samsung Group, which was generally known by South Koreans as a company specializing in trade of fertilizers and sweeteners, a far cry from its current home in the technology industry. Samsung Electric Industry initially sold everyday necessity tech such as fridges and calculators. Upon its joint business venture with Sanyo, an electronics company originating in Japan in 1940s, Samsung Electric Industry then took on another venture with NEC, another Japanese tech company, in 1970. The two companies merged to become Samsung NEC, which then became SDI. The two companies collaborated in designing and producing home appliances and audio-visual devices. However, Samsung's venture with Sanyo was still standing, and the two companies merged to create Samsung Sanyo Parts in 1973. A growing success. Over the next 8 years, Samsung grew in its success and had sold over 10 million black and white televisions. By 1981, the Samsung Group also expanded in 1974, taking interest in semiconductor markets. It did this by acquiring Korea Semiconductor, a company that was failing at the time and on the verge of filing for bankruptcy. This eventually evolved into the establishment of Samsung Semiconductor and Communication. Samsung also founded Samsung Data Systems, now known as Samsung SDS, in 1985, which served businesses' ever-increasing requirements for systems development. At this point in time, it is safe to say Samsung was doing well. The cell phone struggle. Although Samsung is known for its great smartphones, today, they were not always so successful in the field. In the 1980s, Samsung began to explore the cell phone industry and released its own mobile mobile phone to the South Korean public in 1988. However, Samsung did not receive the desired sales, with Motorola, a telecommunications company founded in 1928, already holding a 60% share in the Korean mobile phone market. At the time, Samsung only managed to secure itself a 10% hold. The problem continued for Samsung for some years to come, with some products being known for poor performance and quality. It is said that the company management frequently considered pulling out of the cell phone market because of these issues. Though Samsung is not the only company to have faced struggles in the mobile phone industry, with brands like LG and Amazon failing entirely in such ventures, it is one of the few mobile phone companies that exceeded expectations and made it to the absolute top of the market. There was one key decision that made this possible. It was not until 1995, some years after Samsung's initial cell phone launch, that it was decided that Samsung needed a new business strategy for its future. Lee Kun-hee, chairman of Samsung Electronic Industries, was the individual who pioneered this change. It was decided that the company would focus more on modern and up-and-coming tech instead of the less coveted and successful products that they were selling at the time. Such products were shelved and the company invested in new technologies. In the early years of the 21st century, Samsung continued to grow and expand as a tech company, eventually passing its rival Sony to become the 20th largest consumer company in the world. It also secured its place as the most popular consumer brand in general, the start of smarts. In June of 2010, Samsung released its first ever smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy S. The public received the new phone well, with people comparing it to other successful Android-powered smartphones, such as Nexus One and HTC Desire. The Galaxy S was praised by critics and news media alike for its Super AMOLED display. However, it did receive some backlash for its poor GPS features and decreased performance over time. Since the release of the Galaxy S, Samsung has created dozens of smartphones, each one outshining the last with new system updates and specs. Some releases reached the absolute heights of success, including the Galaxy Note Edge. The Galaxy Note Edge, released in 2014, was unique due to its curved screen edges. Many of the phones released since the first Edge has adopted this curved screen technology, including the Galaxy S8 and S9. At the time, the phone was considered to be more of a concept product, but was still widely released and used as inspiration for future phones. Not long after the release of the Note Edge came the Galaxy Tab S2, a high-end digital tablet released by Samsung in September of 2015. It was hailed at the time as one of Samsung's best tablets released yet. The tablet offers a 9.7-inch screen, 8-megapixel camera and octa-core processor. Since the success of the Tab S2, Samsung has released even more great tablets, with its latest release being the Galaxy Tab Active 3 in 2020. Samsung has come a long way since its first smartphone release in 2010, with the most recent technological advances allowing the release of foldable smartphones, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold and the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Both of these devices have an incredible features that allows the smartphone screen to fold in half. The Fold 2 even features 5G and a display with 1768 by 2208 pixel resolution. The AI integration. Samsung has no intention of slowing down in its bid to manufacture up-and-coming technology for the public, and its current interests in AI stand as proof. Samsung's built-in AI system, Bixby, which was debuted in Galaxy S8, already offers an AI experience for users, operating much like Apple's Siri. However, Samsung is now delving further into the AI realm with its bid to incorporate AI into people's everyday lives. Thanks for watching to the end. I hope this video has been informative and entertaining. If you like this video and you would like to see more contents like this, kindly like, share, leave a comment in the comment section, and also please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed yet. Thanks for watching to the end. Have a nice day and look out for the next video.